Hello, I'm Norman Robinson, and welcome to Affordable Housing Matters. On today's program, we will visit with an organization that's been committed to providing affordable housing in the city of New Orleans since its inception after Hurricane Katrina. Also, we will take a look back at an agency that can help save you more money on your utility bills. We have a great show lined up for you this evening, so don't go far.
Saturdays at 2 p.m.
SBP, formerly known as the St. Bernard Project, seeks to achieve its mission of community development and resiliency through 5 interventions: rebuild, share, prepare, advise, and advocate. Joining me now to further discuss these interventions and their future plans is Ms. Lauren Avioli, Real Estate Development Manager for SBP. Hello and welcome to Affordable Housing Matters.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
So what is a real estate developer?
A real estate development manager.
Yes.
My position at SBP, I help SBP look for opportunities to create new or rehab existing rental and ownership housing for lower income folks. We started as a disaster recovery and rebuilding nonprofit here in New Orleans just after Katrina. And we do have 10 operating sites across the US in Puerto Rico and the Bahamas, but our founders recognized that disasters don't discriminate between renters and homeowners, and they got really tired of telling renters that they couldn't help them during the recovery and rebuilding process. So as an organization, we've started looking for ways to proactively provide safe, healthy, resilient, affordable housing, and that's my role at SBP.
So did you get your platform for operating here in the New Orleans area basically post-Katrina, after Katrina happened?
Yes. In 2005, Zach and Liz, the founders of SBP, came down to New Orleans with the intent to help out in the recovery effort, but they saw a great need to do more. And we have been helping people repair their homes, helping homeowners repair their homes since that time. But just in the last few years, we have started developing rental housing for lower income and moderate income New Orleanians.
So basically, what's the group's philosophy as it relates to affordable housing?
We believe that one of the best ways to provide affordable housing, one of the most affordable types of housing, is helping people stay in the homes that they already own. So our philosophy around home owners has always been to help people recover from disaster quickly, get back home quickly, and to that end we provide home repair services, and we also connect homeowners with resources post-disaster so that they can quickly make those repairs, find contractors, and move back home.
So how do people find you if they, say I'm a homeowner and I want to stay in my home, but my home is getting kind of rickety because of the wear and tear that's occurred over the years? So how do I find you to say, listen, I need help? Yeah,
great question. So here in New Orleans, we have an office on Toulouse Street, 2645 Toulouse. We also have a website, sbpusa.org, and we have a phone number for our client services department that I believe will be shown on the screen.
Of course.
And people can call and talk to us about our home repair programs, find out if they're eligible and what repairs would be covered.
So let's talk about what repairs would be covered. For instance, say I need a new roof. Is that something that you guys could help me with?
Yeah, so for our owner-occupied repair program, you do have to own the home and reside in the home. We get funding largely from the City of New Orleans, but also from some private donors. And depending on the repairs that need to be made in the home and the cost of those repairs, we can do roofing repairs, electrical, plumbing, heating and air conditioning repairs, anything that's health and safety related.
Okay, so what if I'm in a situation where I don't have any money, so I can't contribute to the cost of the repairs? Will you still come out and help me?
Yeah, you have to be income eligible, meaning that you have to make below 80% of the area median income, which is about $54,000 for a family of 4 here in New Orleans. But the repairs are at no cost to the homeowner.
Wow, that is exciting.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up? Okay. Tell us about your Opportunity Housing program. What's that like?
Yeah, our Opportunity Housing program is another activity that we do here in New Orleans, and that's what I was talking about, where we proactively build rental housing or ownership housing for first-time home buyers or people who haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. We have been doing that work not quite as long as we've been doing home repair, but since about 2009 in the New Orleans and the St. Bernard areas. We have for sale homes that we've built across the community in neighborhoods like Fillmore and Little Woods, and most recently Gentilly and the Lower Ninth Ward. We offer those homes for sale to lower and moderate income home buyers, so generally people who make at or below $54,000 for that family of 4, or if you've been impacted by Hurricane Katrina, we will go up to 120% of the area median income, which is like $81,000. We also are looking for home buyers who have been living in the New Orleans area or who did during Katrina, to help residents really enter the homeownership market here in New Orleans. And we partner a lot of times with the New Orleans Redevelopment Authority on those homes. And so with that partnership, we also look to target first responders, people who work in public safety, teachers, but anyone can apply regardless of profession, as long as you meet those income requirements.
Which area is the most attractive for building or providing affordable housing that you found in your experience?
We have a lot of interest in our Gentilly homes, but I think that it's still important to build homes even in the outlying areas like the Lower Ninth Ward to really help those neighborhoods that frankly still haven't really recovered from Hurricane Katrina.
We're talking about areas like the Lower Ninth Ward.
Exactly.
You've been particularly busy in that area.
We have.
As it relates to doubles.
Doubles, yes. So we have a lot of for sale units available right now, and we are also building now some rental units out there. So we have just started a project that we have created through a partnership with the Redevelopment Authority, the Louisiana Housing Corporation, the City of New Orleans as well, to build 30 doubles across different lots throughout the Lower Ninth Ward, so a total of 60 units. And half of those units we are creating a preference for veterans. Wow. They're also family-sized units, so 2 and 3 bedrooms. And the first ones will be available in the summer of 2020, this year, and we expect to have all 60 of them built and ready for occupancy by next summer.
So you guys are moving right along.
We sure are, yeah.
That's exciting to hear. So how many homes have you guys been able to build in total? Do you have a number?
Over 70. Yeah, we've built over 70 homes here in New Orleans, and we've done repairs on around 700.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So what's on the horizon for you guys?
We just opened actually our first multifamily apartment community here in New Orleans. It's called the St. Peter. It's right next to our headquarters. It too has a preference for veteran residents. Half the units are set aside for veterans. It's a 50-unit apartment community. And what's really exciting about it is it's Louisiana's first net zero energy building that has affordable multifamily units. Yeah, there are solar panels on the roof and battery storage, so that the power that's generated by the solar panels can be used on cloudy days and at night. And if the residents follow some kind of basic energy saving guidelines, like unplugging your cell phone charger when you're not using it, turning off lights, then they could see 0 charges on their electric bill for electric use.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, we really hope that not only through the affordable rents, but also through this energy efficiency, we can help the residents save money and use that money for things that they need.
So this is a model project for what you hope to replicate?
Yeah, we do hope that we can replicate it in other communities where we work. So I mentioned we have 10 operating sites across the U.S., and in a lot of those cities, even pre-disaster, there was an affordable housing problem. So we think that with the right funding partners, we can build more St. Peters in other cities where we know that people need resilient homes, and they need safe, healthy homes, and they need affordable homes.
So is New Orleans the most challenging area for your project, aside from Puerto Rico?
New Orleans has a lot of challenges related to the climate, obviously, and also to just getting affordable housing built, but I don't think it's really unique compared to other cities. I think there's a lot that cities can do to help make it easier to build housing and to build housing affordably. So we're excited to share with cities like Houston and Puerto Rico what we've done here in New Orleans and the ways that we see that we can work with partners like Entergy, who we worked with here to create St. Peter, to really make a new product for vulnerable people that need it.
So I suspect that with the history of your program, it's a sustainable organization, and that you get most of your funding from the founders and the people you happen to partner with.
We have a really robust and committed donor pool that we're really thankful for. But I've mentioned several governmental organizations that we've worked with, because that's also a really important source of funding for us. So here in New Orleans, it's the city, the state, the Redevelopment Authority, and also private organizations like Entergy. We have really fabulous corporate sponsors like Toyota and Zurich that help us across our operating sites. And then we have really great volunteers who don't give money but give time
That's important
and effort. It couldn't happen without them.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here. I tell you what, we've always managed to have guests on this program that are informative, and you are no less informative.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for being here, and I'm sure your comments have been encouraging to our viewers out there who may be looking not only for sustainable housing repairs, but affordable housing as well.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. We will have more Affordable Housing Matters right after this break, so don't go far.
Saturdays at 4:30 p.m. on WLAE.
Hello and welcome back. A few months ago, we had a visit from Mr. Joseph Sidlowski, Regional Sales Manager of Posigen, to discuss how they have been saving money for many homeowners on their utility bills. So let's take a look back. I have to let everybody know that I happen to be a Posigen customer. I happen to be one of those lucky customers, and when I learned that you were going to be on the show today, I was excited, and I think it's a good opportunity for our viewers to learn more about Posigen and solar panels. So tell us about the Posigen model.
Well, great. Appreciate that, and congratulations for being a customer. For about 3 years. Look, our program makes sense for the right house. I've been with the company coming up on 7 years now, and the core mission of Posigen really hasn't changed, and that's to have a positive financial impact on all of our clients. So what we do is we removed all barriers to entry. If a homeowner has enough roof space and a high enough electricity bill, our program's likely a good fit. Our main goal is to analyze that roof, analyze that electricity bill, explain the program to the client, and if it makes sense, we can go ahead and move forward without any financial constraint. no upfront costs, no credit requirement. No one can say they can't afford it.
Now, when you talk about the right house, you talk about analyzing a roof. What does that mean?
The main thing that I'm talking about is how much direct sunlight is going to hit certain areas of the roof and how much space is there. Of course, the roof has to be in good condition. But what we're looking to do is utilize equipment that once it's installed, very little maintenance. It just does what it's supposed to do.
So what are my concerns in terms of having this device on my roof when I'm looking at hurricane force winds?
Well, fair question, yeah. Everything I know about installing the system on the roof tells me it's going to make the roof stronger.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Of course, there's certain requirements for us to be able to install and make sure we meet those permitting guidelines. But the systems are supposed to be able to handle a high mile per hour of wind range. And it's kind of a scary thing to think about here.
Yeah.
But one of the greatest parts of our program is if the system's damaged from a storm or anything else, in our core lease program, Posigen takes care of that.
What about the sustainability in terms of maintenance requirements?
Yeah, so I have a system on my own house. Definitely questions that I asked, when we were looking, when wife and I were looking into this. And the beauty of it is, it's practically maintenance free. Between the wind and the rain, you really don't have to do anything. Solar just works. As long as that direct sunlight's hitting it, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And we, as the homeowners, don't have to do anything. Of course, if we have questions, we just call Posigen.
So as a homeowner, my home is surrounded by trees. I'm probably not a good candidate.
It depends how close those trees are, and it
Okay.
depends how tall the trees are.
Okay.
We always engage a house in the condition, in the location that it's in, right then and there. So of course, if you have small trees, eventually those trees may grow, but we want to look at what this system can do for you now and in the long term.
Mm-hmm. When you mention that it's affordable to the extent that you don't need a prior credit report, how is that possible?
Wow, I get that question a lot.
Yeah.
How it's possible is because our main focus is on savings. So as long as we can show our clients and of course our investors that we can save people money, the program makes sense. So we're able to offer that, and every year the client's going to be able to save more than what they're paying Posigen. And I don't find too many people who can walk away from such a net positive value to their home.
And this is something that has a proven history.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it's not going to work, we're upfront about it. We'll tell you that. We don't charge anything to tell you this isn't going to be a good financial move for you.
Okay, what about the efficiency rate when we talk about solar panels as it compares to just regular energy systems?
Well, efficiency is an interesting question. I love hearing it. Generally, for about 130 years,
Okay.
you hit the light switch and your lights go on. And where's that power coming from? It's traveling great distances, over transmission lines. Well, with solar, it's only traveling a matter of feet in most cases, from your roof right into your panel. So it's the most efficient way to power your home.
What about the issue that some people are confronted with when, say, the power goes out?
Sure.
And they're going, well, why can't my solar panel then just kick in and energize my house since it's already on the roof?
Sure. So when I started here, I spent most of my time selling in the New Orleans East area, and I heard hundreds of Katrina stories and got so many questions about that. And I think it's fair to ask, our program is not designed to be the emergency power solution.
Okay.
And the grid happens to be very reliable here, just very frustrating when it goes down, of course, and typically in the warmer months. Possibly a generator is a solution for that emergency source. Our program's designed to offset as much power as possible so people save the most and don't notice any kind of a difference in usage in their house. But same thing happens. If the lights go out in the whole neighborhood, you're still out of luck unless you have a generator.
Yeah. Back to the efficiency as it relates to energy. When you come to my house, for instance, and you're looking to install solar panels, say my house, meets the requirements, are you just installing the solar panel, or are you doing other things to improve the efficiency?
Okay, so we take a look at the entire home, not just the roof, and our energy efficiency package is really what makes the Posigen program what it is. Make power with solar, save power with energy efficiency. So we want to find ways that aren't necessarily going to change anything aesthetically with the home. You barely notice visually differences with our energy efficiency, but we take every house as a unique opportunity to find ways to lower that home's consumption of power, make the house a little more comfortable. It'll hold a temperature better depending on how energy efficient the home is before we get there, of course. And we found ways to save extra money doing that, so people generally love that part of the program as well.
Now, I noticed that in your advertisements you say that you focus on low to moderate income homeowners. Why is that?
Well, our research has shown, and my experience in the field has shown me, that people who are struggling to pay the power bill, generally going to be the most expensive bill, maybe other than the mortgage. And in New Orleans especially, we're really feeling the impact, the residents here really feel the impact of those high electricity bills. Part of that has to do with the climate, of course, and that's why this is such a good fit, because for someone who takes pride in home ownership and they're struggling to pay a bill, we want to be able to redirect some of that money back into their own household. And that's been the greatest impact, I think, in this area, in all of our markets, Baton Rouge and outside of Louisiana as well, where people can take the money they're already spending, still keep their lights on, still be able to set their air conditioner at a more comfortable place, and now they've got a little extra. You know, maybe they can put that, to their family, and maybe they can spend that in the community, which they've been doing. So it's really a win-win-win.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it's definitely something worthwhile, and it's worth your time and effort to look into.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
know it works for me. Yeah.
Well, hey, it works for me too, but I think New Orleans has an amazing opportunity, and pleasure being here, but really the message is we're on the cusp of big growth. Solar's not going anywhere. Our program, our company, we're committed. And the people of New Orleans, they're the innovators. They really are. If you have solar right now, you're in the category that we would consider innovators. And to get this to the masses and make sure people hear about it, we want to talk to you. Let us sit down.
Well, thank you. As one innovator to the next, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Affordable Housing Matters. Mr. Joseph Sitzlowski, Posigen Regional Sales Manager. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it.
As always, if you would like to receive more information on Posigen, please visit their website at posigen.com or call 504-264-9700. Well, that's going to do it for us today on Affordable Housing Matters. Remember, if you would like to rewatch this or any other past episodes of our program, please visit WLAE.com and click on the programming link. There, all past episodes of this program and other WLAE produced programs can be viewed at your leisure. We would like to thank you and all of our guests for joining us today. I'm Norman Robinson, and we'll see you next time on Affordable Housing Matters.